Well, good morning to you all. It's Sunday morning, the storms have all finished, and I thought I would take a nice little stroll through the countryside, see if I can catch some last remnants of autumn. Now, I've been kind of absent on the photography channel for a little bit, and that's mostly because I've been doing acting, a little theatre group that I'm involved with, and we've been putting on a play, and it's just months and months of rehearsals, and then it's getting dark, isn't it? It's winter again. So the amateur photography in me, although I wanted to get out and do photography, it just, there wasn't a lot of time in the day. So I have decided I'm just going to come out, do a walk, and bring my compact camera, because there's nothing wrong with the compact camera, and see if I can just get some nice colours. You can see it's beautiful here. I've also got the GoPro attached. This morning, my photography channel clicked over to 500 subscribers. So what, 2 years now I've been doing this? Or is it 3? I can't remember. And that amazes me, so thank you so much, all you subscribers who follow my little antics, for want of a better word. I'm not a professional photographer, as most of us aren't. We follow our favourite channels because we get all the great tips, etc. So hopefully you're following me because you're, kind of in the same vein as me. You want to take photographs, you enjoy going out, doing adventures. Beautiful colours, look at this. So what I want to do is walk down Shelvin Lane, then take a bridle way, drop down onto Denton Lane, and then head down to the church. I think that'll be a nice little walk. If I can get enough light that gives me some glorious shadows or highlights the colours. Trouble is, everything still looks so green, doesn't it? We're in November now. Got a couple of pheasants on the path. So whatever takes my fancy, really. It's going to be, there might be some landscapes, I might see some old agricultural, what would you call it? Kittage? Agricultural kit. Oh, it's good to be out. It's good to just get out for a walk when it's not raining. Haven't we had some rain? The moon's up there. Can you see it? I might zoom in, but then it'll become grainy. Right, let's get through here, down the lane, and see what we can see. Just by that, as I was walking down, it's a old pot. Whether that'll make a nice composition, just a random shot. Oh, landscapes. That could be nice. Just up there is Wootton Park, which is privately owned, so I can't walk in, unfortunately. Used to be a manor house up there, which was occupied during World War II by the United States Air Force, or the sort of hierarchy, and they also used it as a billeting for the troops, etc. And then it became abandoned after World War II. I can hear an aeroplane. It's not Spitfire, not worth taking a picture of. So it got abandoned, then demolished, but the park, which sits behind, is private, and you just can't walk in. It's such a shame. But that's nice, isn't that bizarre? See the two Suzuki or Mitsubishi things up there? I'm going to get the camera out. I think that's worth a shot. You can see that I can zoom in. Kind of just abandoned life, isn't it? Where's the other one? See it just in the trees there. You see there, using the Sony movie to capture that scene. I think a countryside pano, don't you? Well, I don't know, that looks quite nice, just different light. I like copses of trees. Got the histogram on there, which is nice. Got a car coming by. I've got the grids on so that I can line things up, get my rule of thirds working. I like having just the trees on the right with that copse. Just a random landscape shot there. Don't know if you can see it on here, but I've got some black lines on the LCD screen. And that is because I don't look after my kit. How awful of me. Just randomly stick the camera in the pocket, you know, and then happily walk along, pull it out, put it back in, pull it out, put it back in, that kind of stuff. Although I don't think that would scratch the LCD screen, so there's obviously a knock has happened. A knock. Anyway, up the lane. See if I can see anything. I'll meet you up there when we get to the top. I say I meet you, you know what I mean. I like scenes like this. You've got this overhanging tree and horses, hints of autumn in the trees on the left there. And those horses are going to come up to me. Let's get the camera out, see what we can do. It's quite a nice country scene actually, because the shadows, that's the beauty of doing photography this time of year, when you've got the sun never really hits the top, does it? Isn't it? It's not right above, it's just at an angle. Kind of like doing evening photography when you're in the height of summer. Lovely, lovely. I'm in two minds. Do I put the video on here? Do I let this video it? Is it recording? Yes, it's recording. It's knowing all about the technology as well as doing the photographs. I noticed with the Sony Cybershot that it doesn't have the broad depth of field aspect that a DSLR has. It will only let me go to f8. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but f8 is good for, you know, a long depth of field. But if I wanted to do with the DSLR, I might do f11, f16, f22, whatever it may be. But this only lets me go up to f8. It'll still give me a good depth of field. Let's push right into the hedge here. Lovely colours. I don't quite know. Do I zoom in? Let's capture one of the horses. I like horses. Not looking up at me though. Let's pull back and just take a landscape with the tree. The tree is kind of shadowed, so it gives me a nice shadow there. I'll push the trunk of the tree to the tight right, bring it down a tad. Yeah, that's rather nice. Give them a little whistle, see if they'll look up. No, they're busy eating. I might see some more. This is horse country. Just a random horse shot. Oh, I can get right in with that one. 720mm zoom. Oh, rather nice looking horse. One eating and one... I think you would need the tripod if you're going to zoom in at 720mm. Because the camera's going... Okay. Plenty more to see. Let's go that way. Here we go, up here. Ooh, this could be tricky. It's very much sodden. Got some mushrooms on the ground there. We've got the horse chestnuts, or conkers, as we call them, on the ground. If we go through here, hopefully the GoPro's picking up the route and it'll show you what I'm walking through. So my channel's more about me as an amateur photographer getting out there. If people pick up tips, it's great, but hopefully people are just coming along for the journey. Come on, centre. It's on its own free will, this DJI now. Yeah, people are just coming along for the journey, and maybe it inspires you if you're you know, just keen on getting out with your camera, just to see what other people do. I still watch all the other channels. You know, I'll watch Thomas Heaton more because I enjoy his content, not because he gives me great tips, because the camera gear he uses is far more advanced than the gear I use. Let's get through here. This is getting a bit chaotic. So yeah, if you're following all those other channels, as I have done and still do, you initially start because you want to get the hints and tips, but eventually there's not much more you can watch. So I've actually stopped watching some of those channels because I think, well, there's nothing new. But it's only the handful that I like to follow because I enjoy the content. As I said, Thomas Heaton, Henry Turner. I think they're the main two. I've even stopped following Photo Tripper because it's same old, same old. And it's probably the same old on my channel as well. Anyway, look what I've got here. GoPro's picking it up. There's not a lot of green, but I've got a couple of trees and we've got some more horses. So I think a shot here, we've got some kind of fire going on. If I zoom in, I've got the sun's rays on the smoke as it's streaming through the trees. Let's start with that smoke and that fire, because I can zoom in on this camera to show you what I'm actually seeing. Don't know if it'll focus. Got the sun right in my eyes. You've got the shafts of light coming through, depending on how the wind flows. Now it's just a whole mass, but yeah, that's fine. And I've got these two trees. They'll make a nice composition, perhaps with the smoke behind it as well. That would be good. And we got some some horses. Tongue-tied. So let's have a look at these trees. What can I do here? I think a square crop, don't you? The long shadows. I didn't notice that. We've got the long shadows. There's that first tree. My eyesight. I'll do it like that, I think. We're at f8. That'll work. 200th of a second. Birds of prey. I like the horses. Steadily eating their grub. Ah, the smoke's coming back. Let's get right into that smoke. I just like the shaft of light under the leaves, under the trees where it's coming through. It's kind of... There we go, that's good. So I don't know if I'm actually going to capture any award-winning pictures, but it is just about getting out, isn't it? Right, further down here, and I'll leave the GoPro running so that I can give you some running commentary. The last time I came down here, we had tree foliage, which then presents itself as an obstacle. How do we get past? Is this recent? Let's see if we can get through here. That makes it easier. Tricky stuff. Try and navigate the bridleway. Can't imagine, with all these overhanging branches and everything and all this growth, that horse riders are going to come through here. They used to, quite plentifully. Plentifully? What the hell is that? You know, so you can see the horses. I've taken loads of pictures. So there's obviously stables around here. And they've got several bridleway paths, so they obviously use these to cut through. But when you get all this foliage, timber, then whose responsibility is it to clear the path? Is it the council? Is it privately owned? Who knows? Anyway, through here, very muddy. Ah, there's the big beauty. One big tree fall blocking the bridleway completely, so that would be why no horses have come through, which means that would be why nobody has cleared the path. That's kind of semi-tragic, isn't it, seeing a big tree like that falling? Where's the path? Do we go under or do we go around? I'm going to take one shot of that. That's kind of nice. Maybe for posterity, you know. I saw the tree when it had fallen. I can cut through here without falling on my articles. Whoa, tricky business. I'm digging my heels as I go so that I've got at least some grip. And we're out. Oh, and I nearly fall. Oh, look at this. I'm out of the woods. Came through that path there. And I wasn't filming it because I don't do things like that. You know, they say you don't do things by half. I do things by half. What an aspect though, with those clouds as well. Beautiful. It's got to be worth a shot, hasn't it? What can I do here? Oh, big fluffy clouds. Love big fluffy clouds. Definitely worth a pano, actually. Handheld pano. As I come round, hopefully. See, that's too erratic as a pano to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and basically take 180 degrees. It doesn't work. However, I could zoom in on that copse there, right in the middle of the farmland. That's kind of strange and beautiful and weird all at once. Taking a capture. That's nice. I like those trees there. I love trees. Trees make great subjects. It's a dead one. Is that the dead one? Zoom right in there. Looks like a dead one, doesn't it? But I want to get the 3 of them together. The compadres. Random. The beauty of this camera, unlike my DSLR, because I've only got the 18 to 140 lens, I've got the 18 to 270 on a Tamron, but I find it's not very clear. It's not a particularly good lens. And for landscapes, you know, the 140 works, but you can't get right in. Maybe I need a 400 for landscape photography. Would that be a good solution? 400mm lens? Because then you can really zoom in. Got some nice colours for the autumn. That's Denton Village. So you've got the gatehouse to Denton Manor. And as you come along, the houses start along the main A260. You've got the pub down there, which is the... what is the pub? The Jackdaw. I forgot what it was called then. As used in the film The Battle of Britain with Christopher Plummer and Susanna York. They meet there, don't they? In his little car. Little cart here.
Come on, Albert, you're not dead yet. It's his turn. He'll be lucky. 12 points, please, Fred.
So that's the village of Denton. We've got some lovely changing colours, not particularly changed. What does that mean? If autumn, we're in autumn, it's now November, winter starts the 21st of December, so we've only got another month of autumn and I can still see so much green. Maybe I've got to come out for the autumn colours in December. Right, let's take a shot. I think I'll do a pano and try and get a bit of Denton. 1, 2, and then 1 to the right with that lovely cloud. 3. Just a little pano. Have a look at that. It's all about a ramble. I've been rambling on about nothing in particular, and I've been rambling to take my pictures. Oh, poor tree. It's got no more leaves. When you catch that in its full autumn colour, where there are leaves everywhere, it makes a great picture. There's a couple of trees down there. So that's where I want to go. I want to get over the stile here and then walk down the path there and then into the... Where am I going? The church. Let's get over the stile. How am I supposed to get around this? Come on. Round and round. Now if I was a cinematic YouTuber, I'd have propped the tripod up there and filmed me going over the stile. But I don't give 2 hoots for that kind of nonsense. Good time for it. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled if I can see anything of interest. Obviously I've got the sun in front of me now, and that's awkward for taking photographs because I can't actually, you know, get the right light. I need the light behind me. So that's the sunset's behind me tonight. So at the moment where I've got the garden wall, GoPro picking it up, I've still got the light in front of me. I've got some lovely colours going up the hill. And a pheasant flying. Let's get the right aspect for this, because if I can get the colours of the lane going up there, so you can see the cars coming down the lane. So we've got all that colour there, these trees, and the meadow. Went Demo Meadow. So the sister manor to Wootton Manor at the top, which is no longer there, is Denton Manor. This is it. And it was home to a brother and sister up until recently, where they both passed away in the last couple of years. And so the manor, I believe, is up for sale. Look at that tree though, isn't that majestic with that lane? That could make for a nice shot actually. Hold that thought on the manor. I'll come back to you on that. I just saw the colours of the sun on that tree with the house. So I'm actually on public right of way because it's the church, that kind of thing. But if I cross the little fence there and this post, then I'm in private land. I don't want to trespass, so come back in here. It's a nice shot. I like the sun shining. So I think what I might do is one portrait like so. A little bit of dodge and burn on the path there just to get... I could do some bracketing actually. No, I'll just do dodge and burn. My GoPro's picking it up, you should see it there. Put the lane smack bang in the middle. Oh, this is nice. Look at the colours there. With the wind blowing to the church sign. I'm going to go and get the lane and the tree. Let's just put the big orange tree in the left-hand third here. I like the to the church. I've always liked that. In winter it's great. I've got a nice shot of this as a winter scene. Here it is on the screen. And then sometimes you come out and you revisit the locations because they present themselves differently different times of the year. To the church. Got to be portrait, hasn't it? So here we are at the church. Got some squirrels frolicking. There's a couple of squirrels there. Or are they fighting? How wonderful. I might get some nice shots here just because it's long shadows again, casting on gravestones and trees. St. Mary Magdalene, Denton, Diocese of Canterbury. And we have Commonwealth War Grave. Fascinating. Walk around with reverence and respect. I'm going to make a lot of fun out of this. We've got some nice long shadows. Some gravestones. The church is quite nice. Norman church. An aeroplane passing. The hunt could be to find the oldest gravestone. 1734 on that one. 1834. 1855 over there. So an old parish, I'll tell you that, folks. Look at these ones over here. I wonder if I could get some nice black and white and make it look a bit spooky. That's lovely, with the light shining through, look at that. I think just some random photographs with different light, don't you? I like this one, don't I? We've got the two middle ones leaning one way, one the other. A couple of shots of that. Let's get down. No, that's a different aspect. Quite a solemn place, isn't it? Walking through a graveyard, but you didn't expect this. Oh, you turn your back and you see something completely different, don't you? we've got the congregation assembled. Hello everybody, all members of the parish over the ages. I can take that shot, but I can then turn it into a 16:9, which in effect zooms it in like that. So let's take a 24mm. Just finally conclude by coming up here. So this plot here, I have to turn the camera again, I'm constantly turning it. I know the GoPro's on my chest, but that's more for use with the camera to show you what I'm taking a picture of, although it is useful. See, that's 1949, that one was written on it, but it doesn't half look new. Who died 23rd of the 2nd, 49, aged 48. Picked for Olympic trials in 1908. CSM 5th Seaforth Highlanders. Farmed in Denton for 60 years. 82. So this tombstone is for Robert William Goddard of 1982. That one there is 1948. This one's quite fancy. Charles Stuart Crawford, 1868 it says on it. 1951, 61, and Mother Nan's sister, 2016. So what we've got here is, all the people of the parish over the ages. I think that's it. Taken a handful of pictures, haven't I? Did a nice walk. I'll edit the video. It may be a long one, it may be a short one. But it's nice to get out and it's nice to take photographs of nothing in particular, just to meander around. Let me sit here for a second. Contemplate. And I shall say thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I feel blessed, I really do. It's a real blessing that people are engaged, especially when they start dropping comments, and we have conversations and discussions. I'm not a professional photographer, I just love taking photographs. And I have done for eons. I remember, I was thinking about this last night, when Sony brought out their first, maybe not their first, but a very pioneering early digital camera, and you inserted a floppy disk. Do you remember those? Picture on the screen. And we got one of them, and we took it on holiday with us, and it was like, got your floppy disk? Yeah, we got the floppy disk. And you point and take pictures, and then put them on your computer afterwards. Pioneering digital photography. I don't know off the top of my head what year it was that this product came out, this camera. But I was there, I was using it, and yeah, film photography in my teens with my shin on. So I enjoy photography, and YouTube lets me create the channel. So it's one extension to actually just taking pictures, just having your friends around looking at slides. Here's some pictures I took while I was on holiday. You just put them on YouTube and you just share. So did I take some pictures around here? I think I did. Just showed them to you. I don't really want to do a gallery. Thanks for watching, bearing with, and I'll see you in another video. I think I've got a couple planned. I've got the Vivian Maier challenge that Mark has set me, and what else have I got to do? I've got a black and white film for the 35mm, so I can go out and do that. Yeah, just getting out taking pictures, right? No more kind of, if you want to learn how to use f-stops for depth of field, then go and watch someone else's video. Bye for now. Take care.